Okay, so I almost didn't want to make this video, but I already made another video on a Let's Talk Clen where we were speaking about this a little bit, so I was like, you know what, I already touched on it, nothing came from it, all of you were amazing, by the way, understood what I was talking about, and we're going to get into it a little bit more. I ask of you before we get into this video and get into this topic, do not draw any unnecessary conclusions, don't take my words out of context, understand exactly what I'm saying, and there is no hidden message behind it. Truthfully, be adults. Do not take what I am saying out of context, and that is particularly to anybody who may come across my content here. All of you guys were fantastic in understanding my point last time. We're going to talk about the new games Atomic Heart and Hogwarts Legacy and boycotting games, because that seems to be like a brand new thing right now. Don't understand what's going on. We're going to talk all about that in just a second. I do want to say hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Alright, let's get into it. This is a toughie. So this Hogwarts Legacy stuff is still going on. I'm actually quite surprised about it, but you know what? People are sticking to it. People are still streaming the game. You guys already know what's been going on. If people have been streaming Hogwarts Legacy, they've been getting bullied, and then people have been buying Hogwarts Legacy to stick it to the other people. It's just been a huge mess in what should have just been a game releasing to people. You know what I mean? Now we have this new game called Atomic Heart coming out. I didn't hear about it at all. But then, all of a sudden, I'm hearing about it because people are boycotting the game. The game comes out tomorrow. I'm like, oh my god, what this time? And now, people are drawing like a bunch of political conclusions to it. This is only the beginning. It's going to get worse. This is just the start. Like, how many more games are we going to do this to? Like, you know what? The Hogwarts Legacy thing, I understood where it's coming from, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. I understand where the Atomic Heart thing's coming to. It's just a game. But you can draw some unnecessary conclusion to any game. We're going to get to a point if this continues where it's like, okay, there's a new Fortnite skin that just came out. I'm playing Fortnite right now. Oh no. Somebody at Epic Games has this opinion that he posted on Twitter one time. Let's ignore all the other developers that worked on this game and just, yeah, you know what? We're not going to make any money off of that. And perhaps somebody who ever created up with the concept art for that skin will get fired because nobody wanted that skin because people are getting bullied for using that skin now. I understand that that sounds ridiculous, but this is exactly where we're headed. I think people are missing like the real big picture here. And again, like I'm leaving my personal opinions aside about everything. You guys know that I don't touch on it. The J.K. Rowling stuff. How much money does she realistically get from Hogwarts Legacy? What about all the developing time that went into it? Every single person that was employed to develop these games, same with Atomic Heart. I can't imagine how many people are employed to make these games, how many tireless hours they spent fixing bugs and we're just working on the game in general. Those people have families to feed. Like, what if that was you or me? We're working on a game, spending hours. It's our job. We have a family to feed. You know what I mean? People go into this and they work full time. All of a sudden, nobody wants to play your game because of some other person. And then it has absolutely nothing to do with what you're doing. You're just coding and developing a game, and you're just sitting here like, what? I worked so hard on this, and just because somebody who isn't even involved with it said something, nobody's gonna play the game anymore. Now I might lose my job because nobody's gonna play the game. Of course, it backfired a little bit, but that's where we're gonna get to. Hogwarts Legacy is a huge game. What if this Atomic Heart game isn't as big as Hogwarts Legacy? I don't know much about it. I don't even know if it has a fan base. But like, what if? And that game makes no money. You can guarantee the developers for that game are not going to be working on future games for that reason. Because, hey, nobody bought your game. And they could just say, it sucks. That's all they're going to look at. They're not going to look at all of this stuff where it's like, okay, this political problem, this problem over here, some person said this over there. They're just going to look at it. Did the game sell? It didn't. Hogwarts Legacy is lucky because Harry Potter is such a big thing. Obviously, that's going to sell. And on top of that, if you even want to get into it, I was watching... I've had a couple comments on this too. I was watching the Act Man. Made a great video on this whole situation, by the way. And he was talking about how people on Twitter, because it's such a toxic place, just go on Twitter to bully people and they don't care about the issue. They just go, hey, I'm going to be mad today. I'm going to type in. Of course, there's people with motives that are coming from the heart in a good way. You know what I mean? You can agree, disagree with that. There's people coming it from a good sense, but a lot of people on Twitter, man, I would go as far to say the majority, are just hating to hate. You know what I mean? They're typing in and go, hey, this streamer's streaming Hogwarts Legacy today. There's Atomic Heart's going today. Let's get rid of them. Same with Bayonetta. We've already went through this with Bayonetta, and look, it got worse. And then the next game, you can guarantee Hogwarts Legacy and Atomic Heart, this is just the beginning of it. The next games that come out is going to be even worse because some developer is going to say something that people aren't going to disagree with. You know what I mean? This is just the beginning. I keep saying that, but like, do you guys not see where this is headed? We're not going to be able to play any game after that. All that's going to be left is Fortnite, because Fortnite caters to everything. You know what I mean? So I don't even know if that's like, I'm sure they'll find something wrong with Fortnite too, but what was I just saying? Oh yeah, the Ackman. So what the Ackman did is the Ackman went out of his way to donate to a bunch of people. I don't know specifically what it was. It was like charities for the cause of the people who really don't like and are fighting against people that hate Hogwarts Legacy. He's like, hey, I donated and you've had proof. Your turn. And then, just drop the bomb on him, man, because there are so many people. All you saw, go watch the video, it was fantastic. Go watch the video. All the replies to it after Ackman's like, hey, if you really want to help people, stop complaining. Here you go. Donate. Here's the link. And then nobody did. Nobody did. And it's like, man, that just exposed everything that's going on. You know what I mean? So many people. There's so many different topics to talk about, and I have to be somewhat careful with my words. You know what I mean? People are just going on Twitter to hate each other and hate the game. People don't care about these issues. Some people do, don't get me wrong, but I would go as far as to say the vast majority of toxic Twitter just wants to complain and just wants to hate something. They're going to hate this game, they're going to hate Atomic Heart when it comes out, and they're going to hate the next game that comes out. They're going to find something wrong. And what about the people who don't know anything about this? I wrote the name down because I wasn't familiar with it. Pikami. Pikami, you may have been familiar with that person. As far as I know, she had no idea there was any controversy at all with Hogwarts Legacy. Just hopped on because she liked Harry Potter, streamed it or played it, and then all of a sudden she was attacked. What about those people? You can't draw those conclusions to those people. What about the people, like, I understand there was a lot of Japanese people who are Japanese streamers who wanted to stream the Hogwarts Legacy and just didn't understand that there was anything going on with the Hogwarts Legacy. There was any confrontation at all. There was any problem with it. But then all of a sudden, all these conclusions are being drawn about them. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, what about the people who don't know? I have so many family members and friends who love Harry Potter. I've never even played the game because I have no intention of playing the game because I don't really like Harry Potter that much, to be honest with you. I just look at the game, hey, that's pretty graphics, and that's pretty much my extent of it. But I have people that are close to me who have every intention on buying the game and have, if not, have already bought it and have no clue about this controversy. What are you going to do? You're going to draw conclusions about them? It doesn't make any sense. And you cannot do that. We're going from Hogwarts Legacy to this new Atomic Heart game. The same thing's going to happen. The game's releasing. Conclusions are going to be, it's not even the same issue, but they're going to draw some conclusions to have this person be hateful and have all these views. It doesn't make any sense. What about the people who don't know? There are so many people who don't know. Like, not everyone spends all their time on Twitter. What if they just see a game? Harry Potter, cool. Atomic Heart, hey, robots with boobs. I'm gonna buy that game. All of a sudden, I'm pro this and pro that. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense, and you can't do this, and this is only the beginning. There needs to be a time where we just stop boycotting games, because the biggest thing that I'm worried about is all these developers that could potentially be losing their jobs. All the people that are working on this, because people have drawn conclusion from one person and are drawing more conclusions to the next people that are working on the game. What if that game doesn't make any money? I've already talked about it, and they lose their livelihood. They didn't do anything. They just said, hey, code this game, make this robot hot, or make this broomstick fly. What does that have to do with anything? I understand where the underlying message comes from. I understand why this movement started. I get it. And it's coming from a good place. You know what I mean? It's coming from a good place, but it's just wrong. You can't do this. This isn't the first game. It's the second game now. It's the third game, but recent times, because Bayonetta was the first one, and that was even more ridiculous. So it's gonna get worse. What game's next? Hey, you have a game you're looking forward to, guys? Be careful before you play it, because there could be something across the world that you don't know about that's gonna mean something if you play it. So who knows? There's so many people who just like playing games and want to play games. End of story. You can't draw conclusions to who they are or what they believe in just because they're playing a game. It makes absolutely no sense. And I ask you again, before, if you're still watching this far, you don't take my words out of context. I didn't give you any of my beliefs in here besides what if, you know what I mean? Just please be nice about it. You guys were super cool last video, and I think I've been pretty dodgy on this whole thing. We talked about it again, like I just mentioned, we talked about it in the last video. Everything worked out okay, but who knows what you're allowed to talk about anymore. So who knows, guys? Comment down below what you think about this whole situation. Do you understand where I'm coming from in this? That's the most important part. I'm just worried about people's livelihoods. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here and enjoy the content, please consider the like button. It will help out the channel a ton, and subscribe if you are brand new. Check the description down below for links to all my other channels, as well as a link to Real Ember on Fiverr will take care of all of your YouTube thumbnail needs. He did this thumbnail, he can do yours too. If you want to be a channel member, you can skip the line to play live streams with us. and play Fortnite with us whenever we live stream. You can potentially win a giveaway at the end of the month. And lastly, if you'd like to use my supporter creator code in the Fortnite item shop, it is code Clen, #anime, #epic partner. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care.